The hotel door crashed open. Camera flashes exploded like bombs. Ji-hoon woke up naked in bed, his head hurting badly. Right beside him was a stunning black woman with smooth dark skin, full lips, and wild curly hair on the pillow. Her eyes flew open in fear. "Who the hell are you?" Ji-hoon shouted, his voice cold and angry. Before she could speak, 10 reporters rushed in, cameras clicking nonstop. "Prince Ji-hoon, is this your secret lover? What happened to Soo-ah, your high school sweetheart?"
You came from the sun, I came from the snow. Two different worlds, one story to know. Your laugh in my chest, my name in your mouth. We meet in the middle, turn north, turn south. Hold me close, tell me more, start that tale, walk that door. Every glance, every sign, your heart will line, line by line. So to Lagos, we rise, we grow.
The woman grabbed the white sheet and covered her body tight. Her name was Nia. She was from Jamaica, working as a waitress in Seoul to help her poor family back home. Last night she had saved him. Now her life was destroyed in 1 second. It all started the night before at the expensive club party. Ji-hoon Park was the arrogant mafia prince of the powerful Park family. Everyone feared him. He drank a glass of whiskey. Soo-ah, the girl he loved from high school, had slipped strong drugs inside it. She planned to sleep with him and force marriage. But Ji-hoon felt strange and dizzy. He excused himself and went to the restroom. Soo-ah waited outside the hotel room like a hunter. But Nia saw him first. The tall, handsome Korean man was stumbling in the hallway, eyes blurry. "Sir, are you okay?" Nia asked with her sweet Caribbean accent. She held his strong arm. He could barely walk. She took his key card from his pocket, opened the door, and helped him inside. She quickly locked the door so Soo-ah could not enter. "You need to rest, sir," she whispered kindly. The drug made Ji-hoon's body burn with heat. He pulled Nia close. His lips touched her neck. "Stay with me," he begged in a deep, husky voice. Nia tried to leave, but his arms felt so warm and safe. Something in his eyes pulled her heart. They fell on the big soft bed. Their bodies moved together like fire meeting ocean waves. It was passionate, wild, and full of heat. Even though he was drugged, Nia felt real connection. She stayed the whole night, holding him. Morning came with disaster. Someone had tipped the reporters. Now the whole world saw them. Ji-hoon's powerful mafia family could not allow a scandal. They forced everything to look like a love story. 2 weeks later, Nia discovered she was pregnant. The Park family arranged the wedding fast, in just 1 month. On the wedding day, the big hall was full of rich people and mafia bosses. Ji-hoon looked like a dark king in his sharp black suit. Nia walked down the aisle in a beautiful white dress that made her dark skin shine like gold. But when they stood at the altar, Ji-hoon's eyes were ice. He whispered to her, "This is not love. You are just a mistake that trapped me." After the wedding, the huge Park mansion became Nia's prison. Ji-hoon ignored her completely. He slept in a different room. He ate meals alone. When Nia tried to talk to him, he walked away like she did not exist. "You only here because of that one night," he told her one evening, voice sharp like knife. "Do not dream I will ever love you." Nia cried every night in her big lonely room. But she stayed strong for the baby growing inside her. She loved the child already. Ji-hoon's mother sometimes gave her small smiles, but the maids whispered bad things. That black waitress trapped our prince with her body. Months passed. Nia got tired of the pain. She looked at herself in the mirror one evening. Her belly was starting to show, but her body still looked beautiful and curvy. "No more crying," she said to herself. "If he wants to play cold, I will play hotter." She changed her style. She started wearing tight, sexy dresses that showed her hips and breasts. She went out to fancy restaurants and malls alone. She made new friends and laughed loud. She played Caribbean music in the mansion and danced with her body moving smooth and teasing. Ji-hoon noticed everything. His jaw became tight when she came home late smelling of perfume. He said nothing, but his eyes followed her. Deep inside, something hot was burning. He remembered her soft skin from that drugged night. Her kind voice. The way she helped him when Soo-ah wanted to trap him. But the arrogant mafia prince refused to admit any feelings. He still thought about Soo-ah sometimes and deleted her messages angrily. One sunny afternoon, Nia brought a male friend home for dinner. He was just a nice guy from the gym who helped her carry shopping bags. They sat at the big dining table laughing and talking. Ji-hoon walked in from a dangerous mafia meeting. His expensive suit was still on. His face turned dark like thunder. "You dare bring a man into my house?" he said, voice low and scary. Nia smiled sweetly and stood up. "You ignore me every single day like I am nothing. Now you suddenly care who I talk to." The gym friend left quickly, afraid. Now only Ji-hoon and Nia were left in the room. Ji-hoon stepped very close. He was tall and powerful. His smell was expensive and strong. "You are my wife," he growled. "You will not play these games with me. I will deal with you." Nia looked straight into his eyes. Her heart was beating fast, but she stayed brave. She placed her hands softly on her belly. "You will not touch me, because I am pregnant with your heir. Your mafia family needs this baby. Hurt me and they will turn against you." Ji-hoon froze. His eyes dropped to her stomach. His child. Real shock hit him. He wanted to shout, but the words would not come out. He turned around and stormed out of the room, slamming the door hard. That night, Nia went to the big swimming pool behind the mansion. She wore a small bikini that showed her beautiful dark body. The water felt cool as she dived in and swam slowly. She knew Ji-hoon was watching her from the upstairs balcony. His eyes were burning on her skin. But she ignored him completely, just like he had ignored her for months. After swimming, she wrapped a towel around her wet body and walked to her bedroom. Water drops still rolled down her shoulders. She picked up her phone with shaking fingers. She typed the message and pressed send before fear could stop her. "If you still want me, come get me." She dropped the phone on the bed and waited, heart racing. Downstairs, Ji-hoon's phone lit up. He read the words. Once. Twice. Something exploded inside his chest. All the pride, all the anger, all the secret desire he had hidden for months broke free. The arrogant Korean mafia prince started running. Ji-hoon's feet hit the stairs hard. His heart pounded like a war drum in his chest. The text message burned in his eyes. "If you still want me, come get me." He had never run for any woman in his life. But tonight, the arrogant mafia prince was running like a madman. He pushed Nia's bedroom door open with force. It slammed against the wall. There she stood by the big window, still wet from the pool. The small towel barely covered her beautiful dark body. Water drops rolled down her smooth skin. Her curly hair was wild and shiny. She looked like a Caribbean goddess under the soft room lights. "You sent that text," Ji-hoon said. His voice was rough and deep, but it shook a little. He closed the door behind him and locked it. "Are you playing games with me again, Nia?" Nia turned slowly and faced him. Her eyes were brave even though her legs felt weak. "No games, Ji-hoon. I am tired. You punished me for months. You ignored me. You made me sleep alone while you stayed cold like ice. But I see how you look at me when you think I don't notice. So I am asking you now, if you still want me, come get me." Ji-hoon stepped closer. He was tall and strong in his black shirt. His chest moved fast with every breath. The smell of her, coconut lotion mixed with pool water, made his head spin. "You think you can tease me with tight dresses, dance in my house, bring men here, and I will stay quiet forever?" he growled. Nia lifted her chin. "Yes, because you started it. You married me but treated me like a mistake. I am carrying your baby, and you still look at me like I am nothing." He stopped right in front of her. Only inches between them. His big hand reached out and touched her arm. His fingers were hot against her cool, wet skin. "I tried to hate you," he said quietly. "I wanted Soo-ah because she was from my world. She was easy. But you helped me that night when no one else did. You locked the door. You stayed with me even when the drug made me lose control. I remember your voice. I remember how soft you felt. Nia's eyes became watery. Then why did you punish me every day? Why did you sleep in another room? Why did you walk away when I tried to talk to you? Jihoon looked down. For the first time, the proud mafia prince looked weak. Because I am arrogant. Because I did not want to admit that a black waitress from Jamaica stole my heart in one night. I thought if I ignored you, the feelings would die. But they only grew stronger. Every time you wore those sexy clothes and went out, I wanted to lock you inside. Every time you laughed with another man, jealousy burned me inside. I wanted to kill them. He pulled her closer. The towel slipped a little. Their bodies touched. Nia could feel how much he wanted her. His hands moved to her waist and held her tight. I desire you, Nia, he whispered against her ear. I want you so bad it hurts. Your dark skin, your curly hair, your full lips, the way your body moves when you dance. I lie in my bed at night thinking about that first night. I remember your moans. I remember how you held me. Nia's breath caught. Tears fell down her cheeks. Then stop fighting it, Jihoon. I am your wife. I am the mother of your heir. Love me like a real husband. Jihoon did not wait anymore. He kissed her hard. His lips crushed against hers like he was starving. The kiss was deep, hungry, and full of all the months of hidden want. Nia moaned softly and opened her mouth. Their tongues danced together. His hands moved over her wet back, pulling the towel away completely. She stood naked in front of him. Beautiful. Curvy. Shining with water drops. Jihoon looked at her like she was the only woman in the world. You are perfect, he said. My Jamaican queen. He lifted her up easily. Nia wrapped her legs around his waist. He carried her to the big bed and laid her down gently. His mouth moved from her lips to her neck, then lower to her full breasts. He kissed and sucked softly, making her back arch with pleasure. Jihoon, she moaned his name. Her fingers went into his hair. He took off his shirt fast. His strong chest and abs were right above her. He kissed her belly where their baby was growing. This child made you mine, he said softly. I will never ignore you again. They touched and explored each other for a long time. His hands moved between her legs, making her cry out in sweet pleasure. Nia pulled him closer, wanting all of him. But Jihoon stopped suddenly. He was breathing very hard. Not like this, he said, voice thick. Not when I have hurt you for so long. I want our first real time to be special. I want to show you I am sorry. Nia looked at him with love and confusion. But I want you now. He kissed her forehead gently. You will have me. But first, I need to prove I am not the cold man anymore. He pulled the blanket over her naked body and held her close. Stay in my arms tonight. Tomorrow I will take you out. No more hiding. No more ignoring. They lay together skin to skin. Jihoon stroked her curly hair and rubbed her belly softly. Tell me about Jamaica, he said. Tell me about your family. I want to know everything about you. Nia smiled and started talking. She told him about the beach, the music, her mother's cooking, and how she came to Seoul to work hard. Jihoon listened like it was the most important story in the world. For the first time, they talked like real husband and wife. But deep inside, Jihoon was still fighting. He wanted her so much, but his pride was not completely dead. He still thought about Sua's messages. He still worried what his mafia friends would say about his black wife. In the middle of the night, Nia woke up and saw him staring at the ceiling. What are you thinking? She asked softly. I am thinking I am a fool, he answered. I have a beautiful wife who saved me, and I almost lost her because of pride. Nia kissed his chest. Then don't lose me. Come get me completely. Jihoon turned and kissed her again. This kiss was slower, sweeter, full of promise. His hands moved over her body again, but he stayed in control. He brought her to pleasure with his fingers and mouth until she shook and called his name. After that, he held her tight. Tomorrow everything changes, he promised. I will show the world you are my woman. But Nia knew the real fight was not over. Jihoon still had walls. And Sua was still sending messages. The next day would test if the mafia prince was truly ready to run to her heart forever. The sun was rising outside the window. Nia fell asleep in his arms, feeling hope for the first time. Ji-hoon stayed awake, watching her beautiful face, his heart full of new feelings he could no longer deny. The morning light came through the big windows and touched Nia's face softly. She woke up still in Ji-hoon's strong arms. Her head rested on his bare chest. For the first time in months, she felt warm and safe. His hand was gently rubbing her growing belly. Ji-hoon opened his eyes and looked at her. No more cold stare. His dark eyes were full of fire and softness. "Good morning, my wife," he said in a deep, husky voice. He kissed her forehead, then her lips, slow and sweet. Nia smiled shyly. "You did not leave me this time." "Never again," he promised. He pulled her closer. Their naked bodies pressed together under the blanket. "Last night I held back because I wanted to do this right. Today, I will show you how much I want you." He rolled on top of her carefully, minding her belly. His kisses started soft on her neck, then became hotter. He moved lower, kissing every inch of her dark, beautiful skin. Nia moaned softly as his mouth found her breasts. He sucked and licked until her back arched off the bed. "Ji-hoon," she whispered his name like a prayer. His hand went between her legs. He touched her slowly, then faster, watching her face with hungry eyes. Nia cried out in pleasure. She had never felt this good. When she shook and finished, he kissed her deep. "Now it is my turn to feel you," he said. He entered her gently but strong. They moved together like they were made for each other. Slow at first, then faster and deeper. Ji-hoon whispered loving words in her ear. "You are mine, my Jamaican queen, my everything." Their bodies danced in perfect rhythm. Sweat mixed. Moans filled the room. When they both reached the top together, Ji-hoon held her tight like he would never let go. They stayed connected, breathing hard, hearts beating as one. After, he did not leave the bed. He pulled her into his arms and stroked her curly hair. "I was stupid for so long," he said. "I thought loving you would make me weak. But you make me stronger. You saved me that night, and now I will spend every day protecting you and our baby." Nia looked up at him with happy tears. "I waited so long to hear this. I love you, Ji-hoon." "I love you too," he said clearly. The arrogant mafia prince said it without shame. "I love you more than my pride, more than my family name." Later that morning, Ji-hoon took her hand and walked with her to the dining room. The maid stared in shock. He pulled out a chair for Nia and sat very close to her. He put food on her plate and fed her small pieces with his own hand. "Eat well," he said softly. "Our baby needs strength." His mother walked in and saw them. She smiled big for the first time. "Finally," she said. "I knew you would open your eyes, son." But not everything was peaceful. Ji-hoon's phone kept ringing. It was Sua. He had ignored her messages before, but now he answered. Nia watched quietly. "Sua, stop calling," Ji-hoon said in a hard voice. "What happened between us is finished. I have a wife. A real wife who loves me and carries my child. Do not contact me again." He ended the call and blocked her number right there. Then he showed Nia the phone. "See? Only you matter now." Nia felt her heart melt. She kissed him right at the table. In the afternoon, Ji-hoon took her out. No more hiding. He drove his expensive black car himself. They went to a beautiful park near the Han River. He held her hand the whole time. People stared at the tall Korean mafia prince walking with his pregnant black wife, but Ji-hoon did not care. He bought her ice cream and laughed when she got some on her nose. He wiped it with his thumb and licked it. "You look so beautiful carrying my baby," he told her as they sat on a bench. The sun made her dark skin glow. "I want 10 more like this." Nia laughed. "Slow down, Prince. Let us finish this one first." That evening, he surprised her. The mansion pool area was decorated with fairy lights and flowers. Soft Caribbean music played from speakers. Ji-hoon had asked the maids to prepare everything. He wore a white shirt and black pants. Nia wore a long flowing red dress that showed her curves and belly. They danced slowly by the pool. Ji-hoon held her close, one hand on her waist, the other on her belly. "I remember your dancing," he said. "Now dance only for me." Nia moved her hips softly against him. The music filled them. He spun her gently and pulled her back into his chest. They kissed under the lights for a long time. Later, they sat at the edge of the pool with their feet in the water. Ji-hoon took off his shirt and helped Nia out of her dress. They swam together naked under the stars. He held her in the deep end, kissing her neck while she wrapped her legs around him. "I want to take you to Jamaica," he said between kisses. "I will meet your mother, eat her food, dance on the beach with you. Then we will have a real honeymoon. Just us. No mafia work for 1 month." Nia's eyes shone with joy. "You would do that for me?" "I would do anything for you," he answered. They made love again in the pool. The water moved with their bodies. It was wild and romantic. Ji-hoon lifted her easily and loved her until she screamed his name into the night. After that night, everything changed in the big mansion. Ji-hoon came home early every day. He rubbed oil on Nia's belly every night and talked to the baby. "Your father was a fool, but now I am here," he would say. "I will teach you to love your mother like she deserves." He took Nia shopping for baby clothes. He even learned to cook simple Jamaican rice and peas because he wanted to surprise her. The maid smiled now instead of whispering. The whole house felt warm and full of love. One quiet evening, Nia lay on his chest in their big bed. "Do you still think about Suah?" she asked softly. Ji-hoon lifted her chin. "Never. She was my past. You are my present and future. You fought for me when I was cold. You made me run to you like a crazy man. I will never stop running to you, Nia." She kissed him deeply. "Then come get me every day." He laughed and rolled her under him. Every single day. Every night. Forever. 9 months later, their son was born. A beautiful baby boy with his father's sharp eyes and his mother's warm, dark skin. Ji-hoon cried when he held him. The proud mafia prince became the softest father. The scandal that started their story became the greatest love story in Seoul. The Korean mafia prince and his Caribbean queen. And every time Nia sent him a teasing text, Ji-hoon came running. Because true love made even the most arrogant man chase forever. The end.